Hello everybody, what am I doing today? Well, that's what I'm doing. Trying to get that side done over here. And what goes into putting this in here? I got this off eBay. Ooh, it's gonna have so much bracing, watch this. Can just move it with my thumb, so. I have plans to upgrade the center bar. All I bought the eBay kit for was these, which, I don't know if you can see that very well. There you go. I'm going to drill through here on both sides in 2 spots, add a spacer in between, and then just run hardware through there just to make this more rigid. And then, obviously, I just wanted to upgrade that, and this is thick enough to where it won't have too much issues bending or anything. So I got that for $26 shipped. It got here in 2 days. The whole thing. The middle bar, I can easily make a steel version of this, but I figured if I ran on these a V down into this umbrella compartment, which I'm seeing in there, down into, there's a tie down strap right over here. That's another spot that you can bolt into on both sides. Anyways, I run a V up through here to make 2 slits into this, like right here and right here, up to this bar. It would just, it's gonna be far more rigid than I need it, but that's the plan. Anyway, I would trying to save someone the trouble of going through this alone. I see a lot of videos where they're like, oh yeah, just trim this and you're good to go. And as you can see, I fucking went crazy, because after a little while I just lost all patience. Let me take you around to the other side. Alright. So pretty much I cut it about 4 million times, and I messed up once, and I came across this way, too high, because I was trying to get that to fit. And where's the other one? This is the inside of it, right here. So I'm cutting it. This time I'm doing it a lot slower, and I'm kind of actually making a nice, decent cut. One of these guys is going to have to come off. These little tabs. And on here, where this meets this, the carpet actually needs to be trimmed. Even though it doesn't look like it matters on this setup, it pushes down and it bows it out. So this piece here, this piece here and the carpet will actually never mesh together. So you need to trim the carpet right here. And what I did is I trimmed it on both sides. I trimmed it down on the outside of this. Man, this would be easy if I had better light. On the outside and on the inside. And then I just pushed the excess carpet in, and it got rid of the bowing. On this side, as you can see, as I drop that, how that's actually touching the bar, the carpet, and it's bowing the interior piece out. So the plastic piece will never be able to fit. It'll never click in. So I'm going to trim this real quick, and then I'm going to go back to cutting this. And on here, I'm just using a Dremel with a cutting wheel and putting a little more of an edge on there to make it look a little better. And then I'm going to file it down, obviously. But that part, that's going to be up to you and how much patience you have. I have close to none, so for the cutting of the carpet, I'm just using some hobby scissors. They're short and they're pretty sharp. Maybe I can get a video of this. That's exactly what I mean. There, you can see the holes where the plastic piece go through. Sadly, these bars go right over one of them, so the back side won't actually latch down to anything. Right there, there's nothing to latch onto, so what you get is it pops in right here. Oop. Pops in right on this side, which is awesome, and then once right back here, so you kind of have a, this moves a tiny bit, but it won't pop out and move around while you're driving, and that's all I was trying to fix. So on here, I'm just going to go up on this side, and I've used these things to cut literally everything, so they're not the sharpest. Okay. Cut there. Once more on the other side. This side's a bit harder actually because of the angle. And then I'll just push that. Well, never mind. On this side, the piece that I cut out actually just came right out, so I just made two chops, and I guess it never actually connected down here, so that just lets this piece go back in to the wall there, and that's good. We want that. I'm gonna see if that works. See if I can get one side to snap in after I make my next cut. And I'm gonna take you to some better light real quick, and then I'll take another video. The doors have to be open for this piece to fit around it, so you can see. It's the carnage from the last one. Alright. I'm not expecting a miracle out of this mod either. I'm just doing it for shits and giggles. And then the mod I actually want to do that I'm hoping actually makes a difference is the bar underneath, and then making that one way more rigid with some steel. But for 26 bucks, I'm gonna go spend maybe like $3-4 more on a piece of steel, and just, my buddy has a welder. I'm gonna weld up some little square ends just to fit in the stock mount, and then also, you know, drill holes in that and make it a little more rigid. And then what I'm into this thing all together, maybe I'm gonna say 40-50 bucks. When I'm all said and done, I'll have the crossbar on the bottom, the bar running across the top, and it will all be done. Instead of spending the $120 for probably the same exact quality, maybe a little more rigid, but like I said, I can go buy some 50-cent hardware and make that as rigid as possible, along with everything else. And I'll have it out and I'll paint it. It should look pretty good. But on this end, these are those two tabs again. Sorry, cold out, but you're chopping down. This little ridge line is kind of a tell-all where you might end up cutting. If you want to be lazy, just follow that line right across, and then straight out. But I'm trying to do really good on this one, so I'm taking my time, and I'm just gonna as close and as easy as possible. The side that ends up hitting is the outside, so I'm calling this side goes towards the front, and this side goes towards the back of the vehicle. This side that I'm cutting is the outside. Is really hard, and what I ended up doing last time was having to cut this off, but I'm going to try really hard not to cut this thing off now. So I'll get going on that and see if I can get this all together and see how it looks. Alright, so I made one more cut. It doesn't sit all the way down, but it sat down enough to where the seats push down on it back there, and then this like I said, this side, just right here is where it buttons down. This side it doesn't button down at all, so I didn't really see any more reason to cut. I gave up. Otherwise, yeah, it's done. That was it's pretty easy. See if I can move some of this stuff out of the way. Back here, where's it at? There's one right there. Let me see if I can swap this around. There's a spot right there and a spot right there, and then likewise another spot on the other side with two spots to mount something. And I've seen online where guys are taking those two and then mounting up to mount over here, kind of like in a cross X fashion from down up here up to there, and then down here up to this spot. I'm just not being blocked by that. Yeah, so there's that. I mean, that's always an option. I just found out this is broken, which is sweet. But yeah. I have the Subaru towing package. Whoa. Haven't even traded out, but that's pretty cool. I'll have to deal with that if I ever want to tow with this instead of my truck that's built for towing. Yeah. Catching on to some redundancy in my vehicles.